4 under on the day. Did the job right there. On to the par 5 6th hole. This is one of the signature holes here at Bay Hill. Frank, what does it take to stay out of trouble on this hole?
Well, I always thought horseshoes were lucky. 6th hole shaped like a horseshoe was anything other than that. You fear a little left and big problems.
Excellent looking shot here. I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough. Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another. Hazard?
Maybe wet. That's out of bounds, and it'll cost him a shot. Can add up quickly, Frank. This already his 4th shot.
Yeah, time to knuckle down. Really wants to hit one of his better shots right now.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. Looking to keep it going here, Frank.
Yeah, another example of things just working as they should.
So, Frank, he'll take a drop here.
Yeah, he'll take his medicine, take his penalty shot. The hole's not over yet.
He'll need to be strong with this. Frank, when you look at great rivalries in sports, you realize that athletes need each other. Joe Frazier needed Muhammad Ali to achieve greatness, to achieve legendary status. And in golf, Tom Watson needed Jack Nicklaus to push him to another level.
And also to define an era. Without one, we couldn't think of the 80s or the 90s or the 2000s or the 2010s. You need those players to define that era. So you need competition. Competition is not without rivalry.
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Frank, this is always such a difficult spot for a golfer. You just hit one out of bounds, you're trying to regroup.
He's going to need to more than regroup now.
Frank, you need the calculator at this point. This is already his 6th shot after hitting one out of bounds.
Yeah, that's hard to imagine. And, well, if this one isn't good, more problems ahead.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Oh, I thought he had that. Are you kidding me? He just missed that. I cannot believe that. That was such a short putt. Here's a putt for eagle. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
You know they say you have to keep a level head?
Must you?
Well, what do you do when it's about to fall off?
Starting to really play well, -5. Breathing a sigh of relief. You made it through the par 5 without getting wet. Now you're at this par 3 7th, Frank.
You've got to guarantee a carry at least 7 or 8 yards onto the green because that's where that bunker is on that right. It cuts in 7 yards.
Frank, these days golfers are training like high-level athletes from other sports. Rory McIlroy, for example, has been using a guy by the name of Steve McGregor, who happened to be the trainer for the New York Knicks of the NBA.
And part of his training now is high altitude. The majority of the medal holders, for example, in the Olympics, or medal winners in the Olympics, actually use high altitude training. You can develop more red blood cells in a shorter period of time. But, golf, we've had so many different types of training from the athlete side. But you go back to the old days of Henry Cotton beating an old tire. Vijay Singh picked up on that. Or even the rhythm of Sam Snead. He used to count in the rhythm. It was 1, 2, 3. It was 1 at the top of the swing, 2 at impact, and 3 at the follow-through. All those things are still very valid today.
Just a beautiful approach shot.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Oh my goodness, Frank. I think that baby went in. So we have 190 yards left.
Surely not.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Takes it to 3 under for the day. Shouldn't be a problem here. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Getting ready to tee off here at the 8th. Frank, this hole has it all. Dogleg, bunkers, water. How do you successfully navigate it?
It's such a pretty looking hole, Rich. That bunker down the left just sort of pops out and you see it. So you can either work it off that to the right, either that or just aim a little right. But be careful of those trees on the right.
It is a windy day out here, Frank. My hat just blew off. This is going to affect the players' shots, that's for sure.